Mars, really quickly, if I'm not mistaken, Mars. So I'm clear. Just for me to just start running, how long is it going to take me?
6 weeks,
Just,
if you're lucky.
To start running.
If you're lucky, that's really lucky. Yeah. That's if you're lucky.
Okay, I'm in really good shape, and if I'm lucky, I could start running in 6 weeks. I'm not talking about like actually performing in NBA games, but I could start running in 6 weeks. So 6 weeks from now, today is February the 8th. 6 weeks from now, that means the playoffs start in little less than a month after that. So I think Philly's going to be a play-in team at best at that point. Maybe even on the outside looking in. I mean, they're 4-11 without Embiid in the lineup. So do you really want to risk that, Jalen? You want to risk putting Embiid in the lineup when he comes back, if he's healthy? Do you really want to do that?
Look, I understand protecting your asset, but I also understand that trying to win an NBA championship, your window for winning championships is not as big as people think. Like I said, an injury can derail something, a trade. So when you have a shot, you go for it. I understand the Embiid thing. So Embiid with this team, they have a legitimate shot. So if he's even 90% of 35, 11 to 6, 80% of 35, 11 to 6, that's giving them a shot.
Now, would that be?
I've seen Embiid in the playoffs not be 100%, and they don't have a shot.
They don't.
If that's the case, then they just need to just trade him and just start over. Because like Jalen said, and I've said this for the past couple of days, they have to go for it right now. The thing about it, Mars, that is right. Typically is 6 weeks if you're lucky, 6 to 8 weeks. But we just don't know. You know, it can, because I've seen 4 to 6 week timelines. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? So it depends. Like it might not be as bad as we think it is. It might just be a quick cleanup. You know, so if that's the case, I'm with Jalen on this one. I'm thinking at first I thought they were going to go get DeMar, and if they went to get him, then they would have to go for it. Even with Buddy to come and bring the type of shooting that Buddy brings, he's a game changer. If Joel Embiid can come back early April, late March, They got to get him in that pool, get him rehabbed, and Joel got to come play 20 minutes.
But Big Ox, we've had this conversation though, Big Ox. What have we seen over the last couple of years in the playoffs with this guy? That's one of the main problems. He broke his face. That wasn't his fault, but he broke his face last year with the knee injury, and it's the same knee. Now we're gonna get him back healthy. Hopefully he's healthy, but then he may be hurt again. And then we could possibly lose him, not just this season. If he gets hurt in the playoffs, we could lose him next season too. And on top of that, we've seen what he looks like in the playoffs when he's injured. We don't have a chance in winning the NBA championship with him like that. We don't.
So
yeah, but Chill, what is the?
What would you do, Chill?
I'm sitting him. I'm sitting him for the rest of the season. I am. I'll bring him back next year, healthy, and we'll try it again next year. Yes, I will. I'm not interested because I've seen this movie with him. I've seen him get banged up, and we go into the playoffs with him banged up, and we're able to win a couple of games, and then it goes to pieces because he's not fully healthy. I've seen him in the bubble when I think he was healthy in the bubble, but since then he hasn't been, and this has been a reoccurring thing, and we don't have a chance without him. At least he's not going to be 80% when he comes back. He hasn't played in 2 months. We did the same thing last year with KD when he was in Phoenix. He played 8 regular season games and went to the playoffs. So now we're going to do the same thing with Joel Embiid, who I'm thinking the middle of March, we're gonna ramp him back up. It's not like we're throwing him back in the lineup, Big Ox, and he's playing 25, 30 minutes. We're not doing that. We're basically
but KD came and balled out.
Did he though?
Yeah, hell yeah. KD was balling last playoffs. The thing with Joel is, and for what you just said, it's happening every year. Right. So at this point, it's like, okay, kind of like what Ron was saying yesterday. It's time to go. Like if we can't make a run, because you said he broke his face, he tore up the same knee. It's this, it's that. Before that, he was just out of shape. What are we gonna just? You said we've seen this movie before. I'm not going to the movies paying for this expensive ass popcorn time and time again to watch the same movie. That popcorn is expensive, Chilltown. The beer at the movie theater is more expensive than the beer at the ball game. So look, Joel, you gotta go. If we can't make a run right now, If I can't, and now mind you, like you and Mars are saying, if the injury is one of those where it's like, if it's too much to think about, then okay, we're not going to try to put that on you because that could derail a man's career. If you know he's not cleared and they try to, you see what happened with KD in Golden State.
Right.
We don't want that to happen to Joel. So unless he can actually be cleared to play 20 to 25 minutes and really play,
right,
then Showtime, it's time to put the big fella on the market, because this is the Philadelphia 76ers as an organization and as just the crew, the fans, then they need to be able to make a run, and they can't keep dealing with this. That Showtime, that expensive, that popcorn is hitting these pockets, man.
Absolutely. I can definitely dig that. Sure.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.